Hi everyone, welcome to Lucilva's Cooking. When I don't feel like spending a lot of time in the kitchen and I crave a pasta dish that's easy, quick, creamy, and with a wow factor, I make this spaghetti with tender cuts of chicken and a sliced prosciutto. I hope you like it. Here I have 1 pound of chicken tenderloin. I'm going to remove the tendon. I already removed, that little pieces of skin that's on top sometimes. I go remove the tendon because I'm going to chop this chicken anyway. So here you go. It's easier to remove the tendon now than later. Then I'll do it to every single one of them. Now I just have to chop them into bite-sized pieces like that. All at once is fine. You may also want to use rotisserie chicken, or you may use the chicken that already comes cooked and it's frozen. I placed the chicken in a bowl, so now I am ready to season it. Seasoning is to taste, but I love to use about half a tablespoon of Badia complete seasoning. I really like it. I'll put a link in the description. Some onion powder. I like to use half a tablespoon. And freshly ground black pepper, like a half a teaspoon. You may just use salt and pepper if you want to, but I like to season it well. Mix it up. Let the seasoning penetrate the meat for about 30 minutes or until you get all your other ingredients ready. But first, I used to cover it with cling wrap, but a subscriber told me to just cover it with a plate and save cling wrap, so that's what I'm gonna do. Push it aside and get everything else ready. Here I have some prosciutto. We got it at deli, but I'm only going to need 4 slices. I'm gonna put them on top of each other and I'm going to slice it thinly. I'm gonna use another slice because I love prosciutto. I'm going to cut in half, put it up here, cut it into strips. I'm going to put it together and slice it into smaller pieces like this. And that's it, the prosciutto is ready. And I'm going to put it in a little bowl until I'm ready to use it. Here I have 8 ounces of baby Bella mushrooms that's pre-sliced. I rinse them. I know some people just brush the excess dirt off of them, but I like to rinse the dirt off. As long as you don't soak it in water, it's going to be just fine. But I like the pieces to be smaller, so I'm going to slice them a little bit more. I'm just going to give it a rough chop. It's just faster than having to cut every single one of these slices. Just go over like this. And that's it. It's ready. That's good enough right there. And I put the mushrooms back in their little container that they came in. And it's just going to sit here until I'm ready to use it. I also chopped 2/3 of a cup of roasted red bell pepper. This is the kind I like to use, but you may use any brand that you like. Here I have 3 quarts of water that I'm going to boil on high heat and cover. Meanwhile, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of neutral oil to my deep saute pan and let it heat up on medium-high heat for 1 minute. The oil is hot now. I'm going to lower the heat to medium and add the chicken. Spread it and let it fry for 3 minutes on that side. After 3 minutes, just flip the pieces over and fry it on the other side for another 3 minutes on medium heat. Now that it has been 3 minutes, I'm going to add the mushrooms and stir and let it get cooked a little bit for about 3 minutes. The water is boiling. Now I'm going to add 8 ounces of spaghetti. You may use any pasta that you like. You may use fettuccine, thin spaghetti, but you must remember to stir whatever pasta you use in the first minute and a half or so the pasta doesn't stick. Now I'm going to let it cook for about 8 minutes The mushroom has browned along with the chicken. So now I'm going to add 2/3 of a cup of the jarred red bell pepper. Mix it up. This is gonna be incredible. This dish is so good. I've been making it for many years. I never get tired of it. And it's easy too. Something you can whip up very quickly. Now I'm going to add the prosciutto slices and fry it all together. Separate the pieces so everyone can fry equally. The chicken, prosciutto, mushroom, and roasted red bell pepper have been sauteing for about 4 minutes now. So I'm going to add a 15-ounce jar of Alfredo sauce to it. You know how there's always a little bit left in the jar? So I'm going to add to the jar 1.5 cups of reduced sodium chicken broth. I shake it with the chicken broth and add to it. It's a great way to use the chicken broth and clean the jar of Alfredo sauce. You may use a homemade Alfredo sauce that you liked, but today I want it to be super easy, so this is what I'm using. I increase the heat to medium-high until it starts to come to a boil, and then I'll reduce to medium and let it simmer for 10 minutes until it reduces a little bit. You don't even have to cover, you see. It's already starting to come to a boil. It only took a few seconds. You stir after 5 minutes and let it cook some more. I live in Central Florida, Zone 9B, so I can have an herb garden year-round. This is the sage, basil, rosemary, thyme, oregano, and chives, which is flowering right now because it's spring. But every year, the thyme dies in winter time. So I just go and buy another plant and plant it in there in the same pot. I add more dirt, but anyway, for today's recipe, I'm going to have to use 10 leaves, 10 sage leaves. That's it. That much sage is good. Fresh sage. I remove the stems of the leaves, put them one on top of the other, and now I'm going to thinly slice them. You may slice them any way you like. You may just slice them in half and then turn it over and slice it into 3 sections. Place it in a little glass container until I'm ready to use it. There you go. This sauce has reduced to my liking. It has been simmering for 10 minutes, and now I'm going to add the spaghetti to it with a little bit of the pasta water. And then just mix it up. The pasta is going to finish cooking in here. It's pretty al dente. Just gonna let it reduce some more. And at this point, I'm going to add the sage leaves that I chopped earlier and mix it up. You may use more pasta if you want, but I think half a pack is more than enough. I'm going to reduce the heat a little bit and let it reduce a little more for about 5 minutes. The sauce has reduced a lot. It has only been cooking for 5 minutes since I added the pasta. So it's getting thick, getting reduced, and it is done, everybody. It's excellent. Time to turn off the heat. Now I'm going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top, like that. You may add parsley if you want. I think it's fine just like this. And the pasta is ready. Yum, this is so good. What a great pasta. Easy to make and delicious. A little bit of what's left in the pan. Of course, we can't leave that behind. Excellent. A little more Parmesan cheese. And now I'm ready to plate it. This is fantastic. Creamy, delicious. Perfect amount of pasta. Saucy, chickeny. Even though I only cooked 8 ounces of spaghetti, there's still a lot of food here. A little more Parmesan cheese. Just because. This is an absolutely delicious pasta, everyone. I guarantee you, you're gonna like it. Perfect amount of sauce, the perfect amount of everything in here. Amazing, easy to make. It's not expensive to make this dish. And you saw how long it took me. It really doesn't take long to make this, everyone. It is yummy. I hope you make and like this recipe. Thank you for watching.